What up guys, welcome to angelasavalon's YouTube channel. I'm Angela. Subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and comment at the end of the video to tell me your stories and tell me your give me your feedback. Your girl needs it. Yeah, so let's get to it. Let's get to this video's topic today or tonight, whenever you watch this video, right? Let's get to this video's topic, and this video is gonna be about Mars in Capricorn, because I was actually kind of like debating between maybe some other placements to make this video, but I do really feel like I've actually been wanting, I think, for a while to talk about this placement. I actually already made a video about this placement, but I feel like I have more to say, so I'll just make this gonna be a continuation of this placement. So which a lot of it, maybe it's because I carry this energy. I have Mars in Capricorn, so yeah. So anyways, yeah, so the thing about Mars, the thing about Mars in general, Mars is it is the planet that is associated with our fuel, right? It's basically our daily fuel, our energy levels, or sense of motivation, it's basically how we operate in life. It's also our physical body. It's basically your Mars placement is basically whether you're gonna get from point A to point B, okay? Whether you achieve something or not is gonna really depend on your Mars placement. And when it comes to Capricorn, Mars being in here, well, first of all, is exalted. And before I say what makes this placement exalted, let me just say something first. There was someone on my video, on my Mars in Scorpio video, some dude, I think it was a dude, maybe it was a woman, but yeah, whatever. This person commented on my Mars in Scorpio video, and they said that that Mars is actually exalted in Scorpio, like Mars does best in Scorpio, which of course there were also Mars in Scorpio. This is a very Mars in Scorpio thing to say. And look, well, don't deny that. I did say that in the Mars in Scorpio video. Yes, Scorpio Mars is a very good placement for Mars. I literally said that it comes after Mars in Capricorn. And this individual just tried to make his point, which I'm not against. I'm for freedom of speech, so I even like the comment because I appreciate the feedback. It helps me, it helps, and I do like to hear other inputs, other opinions, but you gotta almost like appreciate other astrologers' opinions, but even though it's not true, or even though you disagree, right? Because here's the thing, Mars is exalted in Capricorn, okay? Mars is not exalted in Scorpio. Mars does well in Scorpio, but it is not exalted. Mars is exalted in Capricorn because the reason why Mars is exalted in Capricorn is because Capricorn is a cardinal sign, but it's very stable. It has both the element of stability and the ability to change its direction if not progressing. Like if a Mars in Capricorn individual sees that they're doing this and that, X, Y, and Z for 3-6 months, and they see that they make no progress, they have the ability to understand that the chances of them doing the same thing and doing the same thing that gives them no progress and ending up successful is slim to none. So they will change course and direction until they get where they want to be, which the why they reach success, like the top of the like the people that are the most successful in the and at the top of their industries have heavy Capricorn energy. If it's not Mars, it's at least Mercury, Moon, Venus, even the ascendant or Sun in Capricorn. Like, because this energy, this is why Mars is exalted in here, because Mars is where to go. Mars is your fuel to go after what you want in life. Capricorn is exalted here because it will make sure that you will get there. The reason why it's exalted here and not in Scorpio for some individuals that are watching this, I want to say for some Mars and Scorpio individuals that are watching this, the reason why Mars does well in Scorpio but is not exalted there is because Scorpio is so stubborn and so vengeful that, first of all, yeah, they're vengeful because they're so stubborn, and they're very easily provoked, but that's besides the point, right? They're very fixed, right? But their fixed nature is very, they might do the same thing for years, not succeed, and still do that because it's fixed. But again, like I said, Mars is doing well, so they most likely will succeed because they have a good intuition. Like, they know, they have a very sharp eye, so they will end up successful. I'm not saying that they will do the same thing and fail, but what I'm saying is that the reason why it's not exalted there in Scorpio, it's because these individuals, it's very easy for them to go unhinged, which in Capricorn, even if they get tempted to go unhinged, you know, because they really cannot stand humiliation and disrespect in any shape, way or form, they will they have the ability to stand still and not let their enemies be the reason for their downfall. And Scorpio is too vengeful to do that. But yeah, anyways, about Mars and Capricorn, I just wanted to mention that because some people really like to go to my comment section and comment why they think that they are right and why their placement is better. Hang on. So yeah, so Mars is exalted in Capricorn, and one of the reasons why they end up being at the top of their industry is also because they are very driven. When I say driven by success, because there is almost like one of their biggest fears is actually failure. Not even is actually failure. These people are afraid to end up not successful, you know what I mean? These people, you know, their biggest fear, actually, one of the biggest fear in life is to reach middle age and realize that they're not accomplished their full potential, or realize that they're not what they wanted to be. These people will have a really difficult time to make peace with it, because it's almost like, because they're so aware of where they can be and what they're capable of, they might be shadowed. They might have actually get severe depression and get severely mentally ill if they end up like in 50 and they're not where they didn't reach the expectations that they put on themselves to be, you know what I mean? Because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, it is also a very melancholic placement. I want to say every personal planet that Capricorn is going to be melancholic, because Saturn is a very, very kind of like it's kind of like it's the planet that rules melancholia. It's very you know actually what it is. Having heavy Saturn energy or having heavy Capricorn energy can feel like this movie by Lars von Trier, and the movie is actually the movie is called Melancholia. and the movie is actually, how they were, does justice to its name, because if you watch this film, the way the film starts, it's very slow motion, very beautiful, like a very beautiful cinematography, but very slow motion. There's like this very magnetic slow motion effect at the beginning of the film. If you haven't watched the film, please go do yourself a favor and watch it right now, because it's so good. I think it's streaming on Prime Video, or you can just watch it on an illegal website, or I guess some people do that. But yeah, they're very yeah. So this, why did I mention this film? Because this element of slow motion is very much Saturn. It's that's why these people can feel often dragged down, and that's why they get. It's very easy for them to be very. To get very melancholic if they see that they're not progressing in life, even if they know that they will end up eventually successful. It's very hard for them, because, and mind you, they know that it takes time. These people know patience, because they know it takes time to succeed. But still, if they're not progressing, having it in Mars, because it's the world Capricorn is, right? So having this kind of energy here with Mars, it makes for someone who will find it unbearable if they're not progressing. They might find it unbearable. It will really bother them. They will be like, oh, am I doing something wrong? They might feel like they're on some. They might feel like they're doing, like they're committing sins if they're not progressing. You know what I mean? It's a very hard energy, and usually it's because their upbringing, since they were like their childhood was very tough on them. Like, since they were children, they might growing up in households that really put pressure on them to succeed, to be adults, and to grow up fast. And it's true in my case, I want to say, especially me being a Capricorn rising, Mercury and Mars. I had, since I was little, my household really put all these heavy expectations and pressure on me to be successful, to grow up quickly, and it's almost like I could almost like never be that. And I used to be very serious as a child. I was this very serious kid, and I really felt like I couldn't like almost like be a child and be silly. That's why these people don't expect them to be silly, and like these people don't do silliness. They don't like to play around. It's a very reserved placement for Mars. So they might be very laid back. When I say laid back, I mean reserved, right? Not laid back like a Mars in Pisces. Like they're going to be very reserved, stoic, probably one of the quietest people depending on the rest of the chart. And it's because they're really, they're not trying to put on a show. Like these people really at their core, they just grew up that way. They're not. It's not like they were not allowed to be silly when they were and playful when they were actually kids. So that's why they grew up to be these very stoic adults. Yeah. And I want to say, because Mars is also, it is, because as far as relationships are concerned, you do want to look at the Venus, Moon, and the Mars in a certain cases. I think there's like a huge bee over there. I don't want it to sting me. So yeah, you do want to look at the. Forgot what I was saying because of this stupid bee. I wish all these bees would just die, okay? Ugh, I hate bugs. And I hate all of these things from nature, okay? Yeah, so yeah, I'm anti all of these things. So yeah, anyways, oh yeah, so because Mars rules sexuality, and it is the placement that you also want to look for if you want to see how someone might be in a relationship. So you want to look at the Moon, Venus, and Mars. So when with Mars here is these people are very okay. First of all, they're very reserved. So they, like I said, they're very reserved. So they might not, these people might not like public displays of affection. These people might not be into that. Another form it can take is that these people might it can actually go either one of the ways, but let's say, okay, if it's I'm speaking about heterosexual relationships because this is the one I specialize in, okay? I just feel like I need to declare that, because I'm not, I only mention, it goes for all genders and everyone, but it's like I only give examples of heterosexual relationships because those are the ones I experience, I'm familiar with. So if it's a heterosexual man, he might actually be into older women. If he doesn't want to marry, if he doesn't want kids, well, he can be want to marry, but let's say he doesn't want kids, right? If he wants to remain, if he doesn't want kids, and he might even settle down with an older lady. He might settle down with her because if he's with her for like a while, right? He might not mind that, and he would even prefer that, okay? Especially if he also has his son in Capricorn, then for sure. So, but if he wants kids, he might not do that, of course. Like, he needs someone who is at least his age, if it's a young man, or if it's, not, you know what I'm saying? Or a younger, like if it's not a young man, let's say if he's not a young man, if he's like 50, then he might need an older, a younger woman if he wants kids, because, for obvious biological reasons. But like I said, if he wants to remain child free, then he might even prefer an older lady, a lady with more life experience, and he might be very attracted to these kinds of women. And if it's a woman, I would say it can go both ways, because if it's a heterosexual woman, she can be into older guys. Yes, that's true. And it's also she might be even like into those, like, she might be into like older guys kind of thing. But another way it can go, if she's a heterosexual woman, she might actually, especially if she reached a certain age. Okay, so if she doesn't want kids, it can happen right away. But let's say she's a heterosexual woman, she wants, and she already, let's say she's of an older age and she already had her kids. Let's say this is just one example, right? Let's say she already had her kids, they're all growing up. Let's say she's like middle-aged and her kids are all growing up, and and let's say she divorced, right? If she divorced, she might be the type of woman that not marry again. She might not have the desire to marry again and find a man her age. If something, she will probably want to, she might want to actually find a younger man, you know what I'm saying? If she already had kids and was married and divorced once, she might not do the whole marriage thing again. She might actually prefer to have a younger man if she's already like middle-aged. And or like I said, it can be like vice versa. But again, like if she's younger, she might prefer the older guy. She can go with the guy. I'm not saying she'll like completely, she might be open-minded. She might be with a guy her age. Let's say she's middle-aged, she might be with a guy who is also her age or older, right? But what I'm saying, that she might like be one of these women that like, she might actually have like I want to say like create like a fetish. I don't know if it's the right way, but she might like be into like younger guys when she reached that age, especially if she already had children. Maybe she divorced or she separated, because many women, they have kids, they separate. But if she's, if she happens to be a Mars in Capricorn, and that, it can play out. I'm not saying all women will do that, with this person will do that. I'm just saying that some of them might, and I won't be surprised if I see one, to be honest. I won't be surprised if I see a Mars in Capricorn woman being with a being older with a younger man, or like being middle-aged and with a guy who's like 20, I won't be surprised, because I'm like, yep, yep, you know, that's what displacement delivers. And I would say like it can be the same for, you know, because you would like ask, oh, can it be the same for a man? I wanna say, but it's not likely. It's not likely. You would. I would say that goes more for a Mars in Scorpio. That type of man might like them young and inexperienced, but not so much a Mars in Capricorn. It goes for the same. It goes more for the woman, because a lot of, if not most of the Mars placements, they operate different on men and women. Okay, so it's more for women with Mars in Capricorn. Heterosexual women, they might be the ones to prefer younger boys, if you know what I mean. Not so much the men. Like I said, the man might actually prefer the older woman unless he wants kids, you know. So he'll obviously have to go for a younger woman, you know. But yeah, I think I will wrap up this video, because I think I already mentioned all the additional elements that I wanted to mention. Yeah, because I already made a video about Mars in Capricorn, so this video was just a continuation. So it's gonna be a bit shorter, because I think I already said all I had to say about this placement, at least for now. Maybe I'll make a part 3, who knows. So yeah, so please give this video a thumbs up, do comment down below, and donate to one of the links. It will really help your goal. And do get a reading from me, okay? You really want to get a reading, because you really want to know if you're compatible with someone. Oh, you know, if you're just looking for yourself, the same goes, you know. So if you want a natal chart birth reading, if you want a birth reading, it's gonna be a birth chart reading. It's gonna be the $40, and if you want synastry, it's gonna be $80. And I do offer discounts. It's a pretty good deal. Like, I'm not just trying to sell you guys. Obviously, my YouTube is a business, but I am being very reasonable, and I am very thorough. You see how deep I go in my videos. So yeah, either synastry or natal chart, email me for a reading, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.